What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Titans Week 14 game preview as our beloved 3-9 Cleveland Browns welcome the worst team in the NFL, the 1-11 Tennessee Titans, who are, of course, led by the first overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Cam Ward, to the Dog Pound. And yeah, this is a game that I've been waiting for a little while now, especially after news came out that Shedeur Sanders was going to be starting a few weeks ago against the Raiders. When I heard Shedeur was taken over as the starting quarterback, I was like, all right, now let's see him go against Cam Ward because I want to see that, right? You got to figure Shedeur Sanders, he wants to beat Cam Ward because they're friends and they are also, very competitive. I watched videos on YouTube during the offseason of those two working out, and they were talking some ish to each other. This is going to be a fun one, right? Now, the only thing is, Shedeur Sanders has arguably the best overall defense backing him up. Whereas Cam Ward, well, his defense isn't nearly as good as a unit. Yeah, they have some solid players, right? I mean, you look at the Titans' defense overall, they have some solid players. Devondre Sweat, Jeffrey Simmons, of course. Can never forget about Jeffrey Simmons. Like, they have some solid players. Their secondary is not the worst I've ever seen. But honestly, if there is a secondary that this team can cook, it's this one. Yeah. Joe Baker Jr., Amani Hooker, Xavier Woods, Jalen Armour Davis, and Marcus Harris. According to our lads, that is the starting secondary for the Titans heading into this week. Is this the game where Jerry Jeudy, or as I'm going to call him, Jerry Drops a Lot Jeudy, Jerry Stonehands Jeudy, Jeudy can't catch a cold butt naked in Antarctica, Jeudy? Is this the game where he finally makes some noise and maybe has a multi-touchdown game? Maybe he gets his head out of his crack and actually balls out? Because, man, what the hell got into him this year? He was looking like a Pro Bowler last year, man, with Jameis Winston. We had a revolving door at quarterback last year, and this dude was a freaking Pro Bowler. Pretty much got the same thing this year, and he's back to his old Denver days. Can't catch a damn ball to save his life. Now I see a video of him going at it with Shedeur on the sideline. Oh, man. This is the game where, Bond or Tillman or Larvadane finally get something going too. We've seen flashes from them, big plays here and there, but nothing really crazy. But yeah, the Titans 1-11. Their one win this year came in a comeback against the Cardinals way back earlier in the year. In that game, they were getting their butt kicked. It was looking like another one of those games, if you know what I'm saying, right? Where you just get waxed. You're getting the belt. No, they were getting the belt for a while. And then the Cardinals gave up 16 points in the fourth quarter to lose by 1. That's the Cardinals, right? Classic freaking Cardinals. And yeah, they have played some close games recently. I mean, you look over the past 4 games, a 7-point loss to the Chargers at home, 3-point loss to the Texans at home, 6-point loss to the Seahawks at home. And then in their final home game of the month of November, they go out and get blasted by the Jaguars 25-3 in a game where Cam Ward got sacked 3 times, twice by Josh Hines Allen. And if you're Myles Garrett, you see that and you're like, oh, I can double them up easily. Like straight up. I mean, JC Latham got put in a blender in that game. JC Latham looked like, where'd he go? It's like, damn, got put in a damn blender. If you're getting got like that by Josh Hines Allen, who's really good, that's what Myles is gonna do to that fool, man. Myles, honestly, might break the single season and honestly single game sack record in this game. You saw what he did to the Patriots and the Raiders. And did I mention the Titans have the worst O line in the NFL when it comes to giving up sacks? 48 sacks have been given up by that O line this year. By far the worst in the NFL. That's tough. That's tough. Now, I do have some bad news to pass along. Malik Collins, who got hurt in the Niner game, ironically, his former team, he's out for the year with a quad injury. So that's where Michael Hall steps in and goes right next to Mason Graham, and all of a sudden you still got a very formidable and dangerous front four that can get to the quarterback. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I loved about Mason Graham in college. Yeah, he played for a rival, but I still watched him, and that dude wreaked havoc every freaking week. And people had the gall to call him a bust only because he threw up in rookie minicamp. And yeah, I'm going to keep bringing that up because people were legit saying that during training camp. Oh, he's a bust. He stinks. He's not made for it. Every week, I'm seeing this dude go out there and wreak havoc. And isn't it funny how we bring in Mason Graham and Malik Collins, and now all of a sudden, Myles Garrett is racking up sacks left and right. That's what happens when you have D tackles who can attack the quarterback. I mean, in years past, all we've really had was run stuffers who couldn't really get to the quarterback, right? I love Dalvin. I love Sheldon, but they're not Malik Collins. Can't believe the Niners got rid of Malik, too. That's crazy. 6.5 sacks for Malik, and then now he's hurt. That's a career year. And I think we still have him for another year, too. I cannot remember his contract exactly, but I know he's here for at least another year or so. I'm excited for that. We keep him around. We've had a tendency of dumping dudes with like a year left on their contract, but you don't get rid of him. No way. No way. Yeah, he's coming off an injury, but I think he'll be fine. Anyways, before I get into talking about this game, as far as, keys to victory and everything, I do have some stadium news to talk about. As in the words of, I believe it was the mayor of Baltimore, the Browns are indeed moving to Brook Park. It's official. Yep. The Dome is happening. As Daryl Ryder tweeted out on Twitter last night, and I quote, "The Cleveland Browns are officially moving to Brook Park. Done deal." Cleveland City Council approved the $100 million settlement with the team Monday evening. And then we look at some other stuff from Daryl, and I quote, "Under the settlement, Browns will pay for in full to demolish the existing stadium and leave the city with a build-ready plot of land. Cost estimated to be $30 million. Team to be allowed to sell stadium souvenirs from demo. Most likely seats and stuff." Yeah, those season ticket holders are going to want their seat. Mm-hmm. They will. Then you have Cleveland will receive $70 million in total cash proceeds, broken down as follows: $25 million upfront payment, $5 million per year on or before January 1st between 2029 to 2033, $25 million total. million per year between 2029 and 2038 for community projects, 20 million. City to acknowledge donations from the team where funds are used. City to cooperate with Browns BP Stadium and development project in conjunction with Hopkins Airport overhaul. Because, yeah, while they're building a new stadium, the airport next door is also getting, a facelift. So there's going to be a lot of construction activity over there over the next few years. That's for sure. If you were tired of the hated cones and drums and stuff over there, the barrels, now get ready to see those because those are going to be a popular sight over there for a while. Comes, whoa, cones and barrels. It's like, what was Crazy Dog trying to say just now? Nothing. You didn't hear nothing from me. Oi. Okay, where was I? Council will redirect 5 million of the settlement revenue from the lakefront investment to other neighborhoods within the city. 45 million to lakefront, 25 million for community benefit projects. So that's how it's all broken down. So yeah, the dome is happening, and don't be surprised if maybe like a year or so before the stadium opens, you start hearing about big time events going there. I'm talking WrestleMania, Super Bowl, NCAA Final Four in basketball, a national freaking championship in college football. That would bring some major money over there, right? Yeah, you're going to have all the big time events going there for sure. And honestly, I'm just happy to see them finally getting out of this dump here, man. God, I talked about it before. This place is cursed. The curse of, I guess, the past. I don't know. I don't even know what you even call it. The curse of the burning river. Oh man, it's just going to be weird seeing them playing in a dome, right? Because this is the only stadium I've seen them playing. I was not born when the team left. Yep, the team left 1 year before I was born. I was born to a Brownsless team, a Brownsless city. You know what's crazy? I could have easily been a fan of another team, right? But alas, here I am. Could you imagine me doing videos for the Steelers, or the Ravens, or the Lions, or Bears? Could you seriously imagine me starting off my videos? What's up, everybody? Crazy Steeler fan here, or something. Crazy Yinzer. Crazy Yin. No, it's like, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Yinzer 412 with another Steelers video. Oh, God. Nah, I wouldn't see it any other way. I'm glad to be a Browns fan. You know? But just know, I was probably this close to being a low-key Ravens fan. For some reason, little fun fact for you before I get into this preview. When I was growing up, for some reason, I had an infatuation with not the Ravens as a team, mainly Jamal Lewis and Ed Reed. They were my two favorite players in the NFL. Yep. And honestly, if the Browns weren't around when I was getting to like the age where I could understand what was going on, I probably would have been a Ravens fan. Yeah. It honestly wasn't until, God, I was just about to hit, I think, was it 7 years old or something like that, when I could really understand football. Yeah. That's pretty much when I started really becoming a straight up Browns fan. I completely just shed the Ravens, Ed Reed and Jamal Lewis, really. I mean, obviously, they're my favorite players. And of course, Jamal Lewis did play for the Browns, which was awesome, right? You know, I love that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really like the Ravens. I just liked those players. Yeah, there was something about them, right? But yeah, glad to be a Browns fan. Not going anywhere. Wouldn't have it any other way. Now, with that being said, let's get into this preview. I'm gonna have people in the comments saying, "Oh, you're a fake fan. You were going to be a Ravens fan. I can't believe it, man." Well, I mean, the city of Cleveland didn't have a team for the first couple years of my life. Like, I honestly could have easily been a Steelers fan because that was the team that we had to watch when the Browns weren't around. So yeah, if the Browns never came back, or if they had waited a few years later to come back, I probably would have been a Ravens or Steelers fan. Probably Steelers because that was the team that was on all the time. So yeah, Steel Jackson, Max Sports, you know, any other Steelers fan, you guys could have had me as a member of your fan base. No, I would not have wanted to endure the pain of watching Mike Tomlin's team every week. That would have pissed me off more than watching Kevin Stefanski's teams now. Oh, I can't wait to go 9-8 every year. Oh God. It's a running gag at this point with them, but yeah, enough of that garbage. Let's get into this game. This video is already running long again. It's gonna be another 25 plus minute freaking video. But yeah, people are gonna start questioning my fanhood. Obviously, I'm a Browns fan. I mean, if I was a casual, you think I would have stuck around with this godforsaken team? Huh? If you dare come in my comment section questioning my fanhood, considering the fact that I have made videos for this god awful team every freaking week, every freaking year, you need to get your freaking brain checked, or you're just trolling. Because if you have any semblance of sanity in the cranium of yours, you would understand that, oh, yeah, he's a diehard Browns fan. Because why would a casual fake fan make videos for a bad team like that every week? Come on now, get serious. Anyways, let's get into this freaking preview. Series history between these two. Cleveland leads the overall series, believe it or not, 37-32. Tennessee's last win came in 2019. We all remember that game, right? First game of the year. Hype was through the roof. Freddie Kitchens, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield. Oh, yeah, we were hyped. And then, as quickly as the hype was up here, it went down through the floor. 1 week. Not even. So bad. So bad. And then, of course, Cleveland won the last meeting 27-3 back in 2023. Yeah, as you know, that was a very fun year for the Browns. Mm-hmm. Now I'm getting into my keys to victory. It's simple. Number one, let Myles feast. He's facing the worst offensive line in the NFL when it comes to giving up sacks. The Titans' O-line as a unit has given up 48 sacks this year. And they're coming off a game where they gave up 3 to the Jaguars. 2 of those were to Josh Hines Allen. So if you're Myles Garrett, you saw what Josh Hines Allen did, and you're like, I can double them up. Heck, maybe triple. Maybe this is the game where he breaks the sack record. I would not be shocked. He might beat J.C. Latham like a Cherokee drum. Or a government mule. Or like Yoda money. I don't know. I mean, he might have a field day in this game. Number 2, get the offense going early. Right? Kevin Stefanski used to be notorious for, amazing first drives, right? Scripted drives. This team used to be able to just go right on down the field and score on their first drive. If we do that this week, get the ball If we get the ball second, and we pitch a 3-and-out to start, we get the ball second, go down the field, score, set the tone, get a lead, and then just tell Myles, all right, have at it. Because, if you get a lead, that forces them to have to throw to catch up, and that gives Myles a chance to wreak havoc. So, yeah, the first two points actually coincide, as is usually the case with these previews. They coincide with each other, right? You get a lead, then you let Myles feast, and then and then of course get after Cam Ward, which ties into the first one, right? You get after him, force mistakes, get sacks. We have fun. We win. Now, my player to watch, believe it or not, is not Myles Garrett. Oh, with Shedeur. This is his third career start, his second consecutive start at home, and he's facing the guy that went first overall in a draft that Shedeur honestly thought he was going to be a first-round pick in. Shedeur, the entire pre-draft process was looked at as a first-round pick, top 10 pick, and he fell to the 5th round. That dude's got a ginormous chip on his shoulder. Not even just a chip. He has a whole tree on his shoulder right now. He wants to go out there and once again beat a team that passed on him in the first round, which everyone passed on him. But I mean, again, there was times where Shedeur was looked at as a potential number 1 pick. Right? Make the Titans regret not taking you. Which everyone knew they were going to take Cam Ward, but still. Not to mention, Cam Ward and Shedeur are friends, but also they're very competitive. I saw videos, again, before the season of them working out, and they were always talking trash to each other. This is going to be a fun game for sure. But yeah, it's got to be Shedeur. He's my player to watch. I think this is the game where he can really go off. I mean, again, their defense is good. Like individually, they have some good players, but their unit as a whole is just so bad. And I know Shedeur is going to be buried face first in that tape watching the Titans defense, and he's going to be looking for ways to expose them. So, should be fun. But yeah, with that being said, guys, video is just over 20 minutes. And oh yeah, my prediction. How could I forget? Well, I got the Browns winning 27-13. So, Browns win, and then they get into the final 4 games, and who knows what's going to happen. So, season's almost over already. My goodness. And this offseason is going to be very, very interesting when it comes to what are they going to do with the coaching staff and also the roster. Because the pressure's starting to build. So, that's pretty much all I got for this video. As always, I'm Crazy Dawg. Shout out to the Dog Pound and everyone who's been riding with me on this channel all year. I'm not close to ending this thing, but man, this is getting tough. At this point, I just want to see our guys go out there and ball out and see what happens. So, as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Cavs and Blazers. And I might even have something on the Buckeye channel too, because tomorrow is National Signing Day. So, yeah, see you guys later. I'm Crazy Dawg. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.